Welcome to The Good vs. the Bad, the show where we match the positives with the negatives on various topics. Today we'll be looking at the Xbox One. The good, the TV features and home entertainment aspect of the Xbox One is mind-blowing. I'm truly shocked and awed by the power and quickness of it. With home entertainment alone, it actually makes me want the console. They did an amazing job when it comes to switching between your movie, your video game, your web browser, and live TV. Being able to switch and multitask with such quickness and precision is amazing. It makes me want the system just for those features. With anyone who has used Windows 8, will see familiar features implemented into this Xbox One, as Xbox One will be using Windows 8 as their operating system. A tweak of Windows 8, obviously, for console play. The Xbox 360 does offer the best when it comes to obtaining as many games as possible on their system. They just aren't real strong when it comes to exclusives. I was hoping to see that change with their new system, and well, it may be the case. They'll have 15 exclusive in the first year of launch, with 8 being new IPs. It's a shame we just didn't get to see more of them. Another thing to note, there has been talk about seamless play between PC console and the new Xbox One. And if this is true, and they go that route, where every game that is offered on both platforms, you will be able to talk to each other, play with each other, share videos, pictures, and just experiences to one another seamlessly over the Windows 8 platform, that will make me one happy gamer. There's tons of new possibilities with the Kinect. If you watch the tech demo with Kinect, showing that it can literally check your heart rate just by your facial expressions alone. So let's say you're playing a horror game, right, and your heart rate is pumping pretty bad. They will actually be able to implement to maybe just make that heart rate pumping loudly onto the game itself. Maybe just doing little tweaks to color to the screen. Just little subtleties. Maybe the character's face is even more scared because you're scared. Just things like that they could actually accomplish nowadays is really amazing. I mean, it shows the potential of future gaming, and Kinect opens up the window when it comes to what can really be done to games. And the Kinect they didn't show about it here in this conference, but they've showed in the past with the Xbox Illuma Room. I mean, a lot of really good things seem to be shown with this Kinect, and they didn't do a stupid dance on stage thing and flail their arms about, and they really sort of just showed ways to talk with your Xbox and little gestures you could do to just make your experience that much better. The new controller actually looks pretty good. It's got to be one of my favorite controllers if, as they said, they improved on the D-pad, if that is the case, because everyone's well aware of the 360's D-pad. It was garbage. So they've said they've created a new D-pad for more precision. Hopefully that's correct. The games I'll be hitting, we know of a few titles already coming that they didn't really highlight too much on the show itself, but Destiny has been revealed to release on the new Xbox, Assassin's Creed 4, Watch Dogs. Actually, Ubisoft has 6 games in the first year, and 1 new IP in that 6 games. Black Tusk will be revealing a game at E3, and Thief will also be coming to the Xbox One. Now, the Xbox One did land a few exclusives, with one being who they had before was NFL being notable, and I think they have an exclusive to ESPN and a few others if you look it up. Scored some, not anything too big outside of really just sport related, and Electronic Arts, which so what, they're god awful. Any gamer should really care less about that. Now, I think that's really all the good that I've really seen out of this. So we're gonna hop to the bad now. After seeing the Xbox One games and then going back and watching the PS4 games, there's no comparison. The PS4 actually looks next gen. And the Xbox One, well, really can't tell a difference between the 360 and the One. It looks ugly, it really does. It looks like a straight port, and I'm hoping that's what it is, just to the NIS system and nothing more. But, I mean, it doesn't even look top quality 360 game now. And then also the Forza video they showed, it looks like a next Forza game for the Xbox 360. It doesn't look next gen. If you go and watch the Drive Club video of the PS4, it looks insanely better. Now, I just feel it will probably be a year or two before we start seeing anything mind-blowing in graphics when it comes to the next Xbox, judging from history. But PlayStation surprisingly showed truly gen graphics with their games like Deep Down. Watch a trailer to Deep Down. And even if you have watched it, watch it again and you'll see what I mean. Deep down, looks like a next-gen game. We didn't see or feel anything next-gen in terms of gameplay with this new Xbox. And that's a big problem I'm having with this reveal. Now, the new Xbox One will not be backwards compatible with the Xbox 360. You will not be able to put an Xbox 360 game into your Xbox One and play it. That sucks. All games will require installation. And there's going to be some sort of fee to install a game to another account on the same Xbox. So let's say you put it in a disc, right? You have another account on your Xbox that another family member of yours uses because you don't want them to mess up your gamer score and ranks and all that in multiplayer games, right? Well, if that person wants to play on their account, they're going to need to pay a fee to use that game on it. Xbox One games will require a one-time activation code to use, but you will still be able to trade and sell them online, apparently. So when you buy an Xbox One game, you'll get a unique code that you enter when you install that game. You'll have to connect to the internet in order to authorize that code, and the code can only be used once. Once you use it, the game will then be linked to your Xbox Live account. It sits on your hard drive and you have permission to play that game as long as you'd like. And so let's say you have a game and you want to bring it over to a friend's house though and play it there, you will have to pay a fee. And not just some sort of activation fee, but the actual price of the game in order to use a game's code on a friend's account. Think of it like a new game. So then the question is, well, does that mean used games are dead? And apparently Harrison told us that you'll be able to sell your Xbox One games online. We will have a solution. We're not talking about it today, for you to be able to trade your previously played games online. The Xbox executive wouldn't go into further details on how that system works, but we're assuming that once you're done with the game, you can trade the code online and it'll be erased from your machine. But what will you get? Other games? Microsoft points? We don't know. No matter how the system works, it is not likely to please GameStop, the world's biggest buyer and seller of used games, but it could be tantalizing way to share games with your friends in the virtual space. Someone actually also clarified this, and Microsoft's Larry Hard has issued a clarification here as well, so I'm going to quote that. Another piece of clarification around playing video games at a friend's house. Should you choose to play your game at your friend's house, there is no fee to play that game while you are signed into your profile. So let's say you go over to a friend's and you put the game in. Now, if you sign into your profile, then sure, you'll be able to play that game on that other friend's Xbox. But you have to be signed into your profile. So obviously you don't want to leave their house with your profile signed in, because then they'll be able to use your profile and you won't be able to use it at your house. So you will be able to play that game sort of with bringing it over to a friend's, but with some limitations. And just all this news just sounds horrible to me. So much bad that comes out of this, and I know it's a new age now and there's got to be some way to figure out this whole piracy mess, but really this isn't the way to do it. And I think they're letting piracy get to them a little too much. I mean, if you release a good game and you see the sales numbers, they're going to sell, and they're going to sell huge. Look at any Call of Duty game that comes out. Even Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon that just released on the 3DS. Okay, it's a top selling game for the last 4 weeks, and it's selling millions. I don't think piracy is as big as an issue that they're making it out to be, and they're trying to do all these DRM things to make sure that gamers aren't exploiting their money. They're trying to get down to every single dollar and obtain it all through insane prices of DLCs and insane limitations. And all it's really going to do is just piss off all the gamers. As much as I like the entertainment side that I saw at this reveal, that's about the only good thing I can say out of all this. It just sounds like a huge mess of just bullcrap that everybody has to deal with. And why would we all want to deal with it? Me personally, I will continue to do as I have been doing, upgrading my PC gradually to offer me the best gaming experiences. Metro Last Light on my current beast I'm plowing through, and it looks great. It looks better than any Xbox One game that I saw revealed today. And then I turn on my Wii U if I want to play Mario or Zelda or a Nintendo franchise game. And I'm just at a point to where I'm just gonna let the rest of the world argue between Sony and Microsoft, because I'm not too excited when it comes to this next generation. PS4 I'm liking a bit more than this, just because of the fact of all these always online and just limitations that Microsoft is really pushing into this. Oh, and by the way, Sony stock went up 9% after the Xbox One reveal. Sony stock closed today at 22.91 points, nearly 2 points higher. That's good for a 9.25% jump in Sony's market price. Outrageous jump that many companies would kill for. Microsoft stock, at the same token, actually went down 0.66%. Another disappointing thing I wanted to point out before I end this is the system dashboard there. I mean, I guess it's good that it's something that we're already familiar with, but it doesn't feel next gen, and that's the biggest issue I'm having with this console. It doesn't feel like, wow, I should upgrade to that. I should upgrade it to it so I have some better TV options. Like, give me a reason to buy a whole new console again. All they have shown to do is, oh, get this new system so we can put you in a corner even more than we already have before. Anyway, that's it for the rant, guys. I'll see you. Bye.